Hello everyone, FarmSim Guy here, hope you're all doing well. This isn't FarmSim 22, this is the real deal. I said, didn't I, a couple of weeks ago when I did my vid when we went and visited a couple of farms, that we would come back when the weather had improved. Well, that almost didn't happen. It has rained and it has rained and it has rained. You can probably just see behind me here, like constantly these guys have a real issue with trying to get enough dry weather to allow the crop to dry to be able to get the vehicles in without churning up the soil and things like that. We're on silage at the moment. People are planting corn. There is tillage still to do. It's getting late and the winter's moved on longer than everybody expected, so people are running out of silage. They're desperate to get more crop off the ground. Just those classic challenges with farming and Mother Nature just not playing ball. You know, I think it's a problem the world over, but certainly with the climate in the UK so unpredictable, let's call it that, you always come up against issues. But we have got a very big field just over here. This is a 90-acre field. When I say very big, I mean in Cheshire terms. It's not a big field in general compared to some of the stuff in the States. But they're in there, they're mowing, they are already tedding as well. So I've got the drone with me. We're going to throw that up in the air, we're going to take some footage and just enjoy being around some real machinery and things like that. So, let's do it. Now you should be able to see just behind me there the Fendt with a triple mower on it, doing a really good job. But even now, I'm standing on the grass here and you can see how muddy it still is. You know, I think in an ideal scenario they wouldn't be in this field yet. They would want to give it a few more days to dry out, but they just don't have that opportunity. There's literally a window of a couple of days here at the moment where they can get this off the ground, so they're just having to push on and do it. So like I said, we are droned up. Let's see what we can get. I think we've got some lovely footage there. There's a drone around me somewhere. I can hear it. I can't see it yet. So hopefully It's going to land soon. It looks like it's coming down. It's telling me to return to home promptly. I can definitely hear it. I see it now. So we're here now at one of the swaths from the mower. As you can see, we've said it already, like a lovely, lovely crop of grass. But you can see the tyre tracks here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but some really deep, you know, you can see the tractor, and this grass is soaking wet. It really is. You know, what's left in the ground is really, really wet. Obviously, you can see where the ted has been as well, and obviously covering all of that up, but you really need to get some of the moisture out of this, or it's just going to rot when it goes into a silage clamp. So like I said already, you know, needs must at the moment. And if you go down here to the turns on the field, obviously the edge of the field are slightly wetter as well. You've probably seen from the drone footage as well, those big pools of water in the middle of the field that they're just going to have to cut around, but needs must at the moment. But of course here, I mean, look at the damage they're doing to the field here. Ideally, they don't want to be doing this at all, you know, but like I said, Mother Nature's just not going to give you the chance for the conditions to be perfect. So you've got to make do with what you've got. Obviously with grass as well, pretty hardy, so it will still grow through some of this. But you know, you start to think about some of the cereal crops and things like that they're going to be planting. You don't want your ground to be messed up like this and bumpy fields and things like that. But gotta say, it's lovely to see those big swaths of grass there. There's going to be a really lovely crop here. Here's something else you might find interesting as well. They've laid a concrete road all the way along the side of the field here for the exact reason that I've been talking about already, with the unpredictable weather, the amount of rain that we get in the UK. You can imagine if you're running silage trailers in damp conditions through here, how much it would churn up the field and make a complete mess. I mean, my dad actually injured his leg last year because he was thrown around so hard in his tractor cab whilst hauling silage that he really damaged his leg because he was thrown out of his seat and ended up in a crumpled heap in the bottom of the cab. So, like, forward thinking, this isn't something that I'd seen a lot of before. Apparently it's starting to become a lot more common because the weather's so unpredictable. But to have a concrete road that runs the entire length all the way down there to the other end of the field to allow easy access for the tractors is pretty smart thinking, to be honest. Morning everyone, up bright and early. It's a new day, the weather is stunning, so we're going to go do some silaging. I am here with FSG Senior, who's just checking his tractor, and he's going to head off, and we're going to follow him along the road, and we'll go back to the field we were in yesterday where we saw the mowing. So let's get on with it. So we're just following the tractor here. It's a really good example of how narrow the lanes are around here. I mean, there's places where there's not a chance a second vehicle is getting past. I mean, this is a wide bit, but even now, I mean, crazy times. There's another good bit. Literally one tractor wide, and that is your lot. Right, we're in the tractor now, made it. The chopper's already waiting for us, so we're going to grab the first load. As you can see, they've been windrowing a little bit ahead of us. I think they did a little bit last night to catch up. It is bumpy and rutty. I'll turn this around and you can see the chopper.
That's alright, it is a little bit soft in places, but not too bad.
New tyres on there. Hesitated last year around the hill, so the new ones on it. Yeah, so we'll get back to about the same point there.
We are full, first load done. 2 trailers lined up ready to go, so
Spudder on that one.
Morning, Jeff.
Morning, Spud. Nice day for it.
Yes, let's hope it stays like this. It is a wet field, isn't it? Should be in the station to the stand side up there.
right, we have just jumped out, we're at the clamp. FSG Senior reversing up now to tip, as you can see, only just started. There's the fent that was mowing yesterday, now on buck rake duties and rolling, so we'll watch as this happens. You see how wet the grass is? How it got stuck in the trailer there? That's because it's really wet grass. So Dad, first load tipped. Looks like it's going to be a good day. The weather's certainly playing ball for once.
Yeah, we got some wet grass after all the rain of the last 3 weeks, but ground conditions are soft. But well, after doing something, everybody's running out of winter food because it's been another winter month, virtually April. So glad to be getting something in to feed the beasts.
And you were saying to me last night that ideally you wouldn't be cutting in this wet condition, but there's just not the opportunity really to leave it any longer.
Well, that's right, and this balance of keeping the animals fed. Another week or two, some of these guys are going to have nothing left to eat, and grass standing in the field but been too wet to get to it.
That's right.
So, but by middle of May now, that's ridiculously late. Unusually so. I can't remember it being quite so wet for so long, such a critical time.
Yeah. Right, been dropped off. I'm going to grab the drone and we're going to take that up and have a look at that. But this is great fun. Okay, so we've got a trailer waiting here. The chopper is just over there. You might be able to see it coming over the horizon, still working on the headlands. So if I fly the drone up now, we should get some quite nice footage of it coming towards us. hope you enjoyed some of those shots. Here comes Dad now with another full load, so we'll maybe jump on with him, go for another little ride. So come on, let's go. Hello. I'll come for another little ride.
Right. This big field we're in is 90 acres, one of the biggest in the county.
Yeah.
And it's weird to think I grew up on an 82 acre farm.
The whole farm was 82
The whole farm was 82 acres, and we had cows and corn and a dozen or more fields, and here we are today working in one field of grass. It's bigger than that whole farm.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. And nobody's breaking sweat either.
Well, that was a bit of fun. We're going to let him get on with it. Not even sure if he can hear me over the noise. Look at that. So a bit of fun riding there with Andrew, the chopper driver. He was basically saying that the grass is actually really, really good and there's a lot of it. Usually he'd be able to get a pass all the way down the field with one trailer, not even making 3/4 at the moment. So really, really good crop on the ground. He says it's not too wet either. Ideally it could be a bit drier, but he's fine with it. And the chopper's having to go slowly because it's a little bit wetter and there's such a big crop. He's having to run the chopper. He's running about 4.5 miles an hour, maybe 5 at a push, but he's going well. the trailers can't keep up as well. They've just pulled on another trailer, so that's 5 trailers in total now, and I think maybe another one after lunch, maybe 6 in total for the day. So some serious amount of work going on, and they need to get this off today. It's going to rain again tomorrow, classic British weather again. You've got to grab that window where you can, so there's a lot to do here. It's going to be a long day. Here's FSG Senior back in the field. It's going to work quite nicely, this one. We've got a trailer on, one coming back full, and the big guy just arriving, so it's going to work well. That's the farm boss there, and he's just coming into the field twice a day. He comes and visits all the guys, and if it's nice and warm, he gives them an ice cream. What a great idea. He says it's a long day and a long time without human contact, so he just says it's his thing, that he comes and makes sure they're happy and then makes sure they're got a little treat to keep them going. So how cool's that? There you go, ice cream delivery time. Right, there's Dad heading off with the chopper again. We're going to leave these guys now. We're going to head up to another farm that we visited last time as well, where the Quadtrack is. Hopefully we're going to see that in the field now as well, so fingers crossed. Well, we're going to have to walk a little bit for this one. We have found where the Quadtrack is. We just caught up with somebody and they said you've got to head down this path for a little bit and turn, but some lovely crops here. Look at this. How good does that look? So let's stroll on, let's see if we can find it and get some nice footage of it. Right, we found it. They did say it was just about finished on the field, but hopefully you can see that in there somewhere. We'll get a bit closer, we'll get a bit more footage going, but that's where you want to see one, not in the shed, in the field. Now my assumption is he's coming in here next because, as you can see, stubble, but also it looks like slurry or digestate or some sort of fertilizer on top of it as well. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be the next field he's going to come into. Right, I'm getting hot. I've had to take my jumper off. I had a chat with the driver. He's just moved into this bigger field. He says it'd be a bit easier to get some footage in here, but it is in fact digestate on the field. It's been there for a while, and he's going to have to, he said he might need to run some of the headlands and certainly some of the outer bits of the field maybe more than once, maybe up to 3 times to break down. It's so solidly packed at the edge of the field, so he's got a bit of work to do, hence the horsepower, size of the machinery all helps. So let's throw the drone up and see what we can get. Right, you can see the job that he's doing with that Quadtrack. Pretty impressive. 2 machines, so I guess a deep cultivator and then a light cultivator with a roller over the top of it, leaving this really nice finish down here. It's looking great, and yeah, really that's some beautiful soil. Oh, great crops off this. Well folks, unfortunately we're out of time and we're out of batteries, so we're going to call it quits here. But thank you for watching, thank you for indulging me. This has been an amazing day. I've really enjoyed myself. It's been so long since I've been able to be on farms with machinery, seeing things happening, so it's been a real pleasure for me as well. Hope you enjoy it. I'd love to bring you more of this if you like it, and who knows, we'll see what happens in the future. But hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. As always, if you're new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, but helps support the channel. So for me, for now, in sunny Cheshire, take care, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.